Hi Scorpio, welcome back to my channel. It's Sam from the Soul of Stella and this is your reading, Blessings Coming Your Way. I am recording this in December of 22, so it is my Christmas gift, my holiday gift to you, but it is a timeless reading, so whenever you find it is when the message is right for you. And as always, please only take what resonates, don't let anything take from you. So let's find out your blessings, Scorpio, coming your way. Blessings coming Scorpio's way. What blessings are coming to Scorpio? What blessings are coming to Scorpio? Wow. Chatty. Okay. I make decisions from a place of intuition and power. There's always been a card that has come forth from the group before. There's a common thread running throughout all of these groups, and I really feel like it's all of us deciding, and it might be the time of year I'm recording it in, but we're all deciding for a fresh start. So I make decisions from a place of intuition and power. When I feel blocked, emotionally distressed, or overwhelmed, I turn to my breath. Sometimes no is the most loving response. Facts. Relationships are assignments for optimal growth and healing. Okay. I'm feeling like you have come out of a dark place, and that is your biggest blessing right now. You are realizing your worth, but I'm also hearing you're realizing it's time to put up some boundaries. It's time to be more assertive. It's time to come from the thing I know and act on that. I feel like you've been ignoring your intuition. You've been ignoring the signs. You've been ignoring, I'm hearing red flags, and it's got you to a point where you felt blocked to receiving growth and healing. And it's distressed you and overwhelmed you, and me just taking that big breath, like you have to turn to your breath. You've actually had to ground yourself. You've really had to come back to the knowing. You've had to come back to not feeling blinded by this person's, I do feel like this has to do with love in a relationship. Not being blinded to this person's treatment of you. But let's get some more clarity because I don't want to jump to conclusions on that. Blessings for Scorpio. Blessings for Scorpio. Interesting. 3 of Cups. Cancer had that too. There's a celebration happening either within you or around you as a result of this blessing being learnt, and you stepping into this power, this fiery position of power within yourself and moving towards something more peaceful after having a conflict, after having stress and having to deal with someone potentially quite draining. I mean, look at this, draining energy. This King of Pentacles is saying, nope, no more BS. Thank you very much. I'm focusing on me. I'm focusing on my coin. I'm focusing on my environment, where I position myself. I'm hearing also that you may move into a nicer home as a result of saying no to someone. Saying, I'm not ready, I heard, or I don't belong here. That might be a message to yourself that you're saying to yourself that your intuition has been trying to tell you for a long time. I don't belong here. Interesting. Interesting. There's something about this King of Pentacles that says to me, safe home. Safe home. If you look in the background too, there's just this city, and then you've got a wall, and then you've got this garden where this king is sitting. The king is like, I'm putting myself in a place of peace. And if that means focusing on myself and being a little bit selfish, I'm okay with that. There's this, I'm okay with that. It's about damn time, I heard. And this is in the strength position. This is your newfound strength. This is your newfound power. This King of Pentacles doesn't look particularly dominating either. This is actually quite a loving, serene looking king where he's looking down in his pentacle like, I'm sick of forking out, right? Forking out, you know, when you're paying for other people, and it might not be literally, it might be metaphorically. I'm sick of forking out for you. And he's actually like looking at his coin with quite a bit of love. Almost like stroking it, like money isn't important to me, but I'm making myself important. This has kept you up at night, whatever this has been. It's hurt your heart. This is the heart card. And this has really hurt your heart because you've wanted to do the right thing, I heard. You've wanted to do what you've wanted to please. This is a people-pleasing kind of energy. And actually you're saying, no, you know what? I'm allowed to say no. Enough of the sleepless nights. Enough of the pain in my heart where I can actually feel right now. My heart space feels really like, you know, when you can literally feel your heart just going and it breaks a little bit. It breaks your heart to have to break someone else's heart. It breaks your heart to have to break this off. It might be a lease, but it actually might be a relationship with someone in that lease. Could be a work thing because of the King of Pentacles does like revolve around the work realm as well. You could be leaving a job to create your own business and become an entrepreneur. Or you're already an entrepreneur, but you've had this relationship that didn't match. And don't get me wrong, like this is not about like two people should make the same money in order to be like fairly matched. I'm just saying like this didn't feel right. It's almost like you were at this level of leveling yourself up and really focusing on creating a legacy for yourself, and this other person has just been like wasting your time. There's a lower vibration. The vibrations don't match. And you've known this. And you may have cried about this. Quite distressing. And you've needed the breath, right? Look at the doona cover, the quilt cover on this person's bed. It is flowery. You've hoped. There's been wishes for this to work out. And you're going to take that with you. You're going to take these good wishes with you. This might be happening quite dramatically and quite suddenly, but this foundation had to crumble so that this like scaffolding I'm hearing had to come down. The scaffolding had to come down so that you can repaint the building, rebuild the building on stronger foundations. You want to escape this tower before it crumbles, I feel. And you've got to, it's like pretty it up, I heard. You've got to pretty up your life. I feel like you've been probably really focused on material things and in a good way because you're cultivating a life for yourself, whereas this person or situation has been like setting fire to everything, you know, and that's like destructive, and that doesn't create establishment. That doesn't create legacy. If you're going to be burning bridges left, right, and center, like go do that on your own. That's on your time. Because like I want to create something withstanding, long-standing, something that I can be proud of. A monumental change is what I'm hearing. Monumental change. This is definitely something to celebrate. You might need to drink on this with friends. In moderation, of course. But I feel like there may even be a better match for you out there very soon. And potentially for some of you, take it how it resonates, the blessing is that you have met someone else. And there's an inkling there to connect with that person. And so you're feeling, do I make this decision? Do I not make this decision? But I feel like you've known all along. Your intuition's been telling you for a long time. And relationships are assignments for optimal growth and healing. This relationship has taught you that you need to find someone of a equal or higher vibration than what you've been allowing into your life at the moment, and something desperately needs to change. And that is in the challenge position. It's going to happen quicker than you would have hoped, and maybe more dramatically than you would have hoped, but it's unavoidable at this point. This is actually a blessing in disguise. All right, Scorpio, blessings coming their way. More information about this blessing, please, Spirit. More information about this blessing for Scorpio coming their way. Again, heavy breath for me. Whoa. The tawny frogmouth has taken flight, and they're not much for flying. They're quite stationary sometimes. All right, pelican, security, Jeddah, honesty, native geranium, release, and yeah, the tawny frogmouth owl, consideration. There is a wisdom that is coming with this. You've considered all the pros and cons. You've done enough, but now it's happening whether you like it or not. No matter how considered you have been, you now have the wisdom to know what will come from this, but it's for my highest good. The pelican with the security, you're taking a mouthful. So if you've never seen a pelican like eat or drink something, they can literally like turn their mouth, this saggy skin part of their mouth, right over their own heads. I've seen that before. It's wild. Right outside my window, there's pelicans all day, every day. They like to nest high as well, right? It's time for you to nest in a higher state. You might actually be moving to a more like structurally sound building. It's something that is more secure for you. There's been footprints in the sand. I'm feeling like intuition has been hinting at this for quite a while for you. This Jeddah card about honesty is being honest with yourself and honest with another person. And the native geranium with the release is like, it's actually quite peaceful. Look at that tiny little geranium, just here I am, plop. And so despite the chaos that goes on around you, I feel like the release is going to be really peaceful for you. The release is going to feel really, it's going to smell nice too. Like it's got a good scent to it. This smells like success, right? It smells like teen spirit again. It smells like excitement. It smells like fresh laundry. Okay. You don't have to air out your dirty laundry with all of this chaos. And maybe someone is, because that laundry came up for me and I'm not sure why. Maybe someone else will try to air out their dirty laundry, but you're just going to stay quite grounded and you're going to blossom regardless. You're going to have that release and peace regardless. More information for Scorpio about their blessings. Scorpio's blessings, please, Spirit. Scorpio's blessings in this situation. Scorpio's blessings coming their way. Very specific message for you guys. And then a lot of messages. Okay. Expansiveness is what I've seen straight away. And look at the butterflies, the movement, the circle. It's creating this vortex, this whirlwind of, wow, you're finding your tribe from this. You're reconnecting with friends that perhaps have fell by the wayside because they didn't want to be around this person that you were dealing with, or they didn't want to come to this space that you were in. Love is leading the way here. Love is... yeah, and again, that might have something to do with the person that you've had this connection with and you think, look, and maybe it's not that you're heading into a relationship with this person, but that this person reminded you that there is a better option, that there is love available to you. Karma. I'm breathing heavy. Guys, go and meditate on this. It's really important for you, I feel. And to breathe through this, to maintain your sense of peace, because you deserve it. I feel like you've been through quite the chaotic time with this insecurity around you. Love. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation. Only love itself. Person, place, or thing. The idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation. Only love itself. So it doesn't matter where you land next, as long as there's love within you for yourself and you create a loving space and you connect with loving energies. Okay, don't hold on to the idea. And I think that's been part of your battle, is you've been holding on to the idea that if this person was struggling and you were being their loving light, who else can be that for them? But you know what? That's not your problem, right? People have to have you can't steal the experience of that person having to land on their own 2 feet out of this chaos and deal with something on their own. You've been there enough. You've been there enough. True offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. An unbearable cross and returns it to love. I feel like this is also going to be a blessing in disguise for this person, and you know it. Because in a sense, I'm getting enabling. You've been enabling this person in a way, and that's not a bad thing. That's just coming from your place of love. But now you need to put that back on you. Expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. Yeah, I mean, there can be a sense of ego attached to, I'm the only one that can save this person. I completely understand that as someone who's empathetic themselves and who's tried to fix, save, whatever you want to say. It's never been my conscious, words that I've used. I've never gone, I'm going to save this person, because that does sound quite egotistical. But when we do our shadow work and we realize where this fixer mentality comes from and this unhealthy attachment style comes from, it's like no one can do it like I can do it for that person. I can help them. Or in this, if it's a place or a thing, it's like eternity is much more than that one idea. Eternity is much more than that rigid constraint that you've perhaps been holding on to mentally. There's a sense of Noah's Ark about this card with the elephants. I don't know why. I just saw them all trudging towards an ark. It's like, save yourself. And that's going to expand your world. This next step is going to expand your world dramatically. It's going to be something you really want to celebrate. I feel like your karma or your karmic role here has been fulfilled. There's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. And look, this person is knitting. These hands are knitting or crocheting or whatever. It's been in the fabric of your destiny to release this, because it's over the release card. It's been in the fabric of your destiny to weave a new cycle and a healthy karmic cycle from here on, and find a what you deserve, and that is your karma. You know, I've served my purpose. As long as I leave my ego behind and admit, I just heard admit, right? Sometimes saying no is the most loving response. When I admit that I can move into something from a place of learning rather than a place of I know best, then there's a whole new world of karma owed to you in that place within yourself, if that makes sense. Let me know in the comments, guys, if this is resonating, because this is really profound for you. And I'm sure a lot of people could relate to this from all signs, to be honest. This is, what's your sun, moon, and rising, probably Venus as well. Or cross-watch for someone else. But, yeah, I feel like this will resonate for quite a lot of people. And it could be reversed for the person that you're dealing with, if it is a person. Thank you. Slow. Things have been slow up until this point. I'm hearing dragging my feet. But it's time to, and that's hard to see, I know. It says ride. It's time to take a new ride. I heard hay ride, so it might be quite bumpy. But it's going to be the ride of your life when you expand into this new karma. And self-love, I didn't actually go over that. Let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. Oh my goodness. I long to take care of myself like never before. You've known this all along. It's been slow getting to that point. Plus, so you may be part of the LGBTQAI I hope I'm saying all of that correctly. Community. Oops. You're going to chalk this up to experience, because relationships are assignments for optimal growth and healing. And this is not going to affect, you're not going to let this affect your heart too much, because you're going to be breathing through this situation. You're going to be tapping into your intuition, and you're just going to be like, it is what it is, right? It was what it was. I've learnt my lessons. I can now move forward. I've got my new expanded awareness about where I need to go and what I need to do. And I know that karma, I'm creating karma with my good intentions. You're taking a leap of faith. You're making the jump towards this. And these people are jumping out of this burning building. It's like, I know that this had to come. These whoopsies can no longer be ignored, and I need to take the leap. There's full energy with the jump of taking the leap and taking the tiniest little bag of baggage with you, or luggage with you, right? And you and your little dog are off on a new adventure. Wow, that could be quite literal for some of you. All right, let's get some final messages, a final story for Scorpio, with blessings coming your way. Wow, I swear this moon has come out for nearly everyone. I keep hearing the Lizzo About Damn Time song. I feel like you've been dreaming on this. Wait a minute. You've been dreaming about this and sleeping on the action. Like, you've been sleeping on the action. Like, come on. It's time to step forward. It's time to get those tootsies out the door. It's something starting to stink, right? It's down to the skin and bones, and it's starting to stink. So, I mean, the building you're in could literally be stinking. It's time to relight a candle to the hopes and you're looking at something through new eyes. You're magnifying. Yes. Oh, wow. Something's starting to stink, and if you really light a match to the issue and you really magnify the issue and you zoom in on the upset that it's causing, I'm hearing the only way is out. No, the only way is up. Baby. Did we get that song before? You've been ignoring this so much that you might have been feeling like you were in robot mode. If this is a relationship, you can't deny now. There's all this like in your face. It's so in your face that this robotic nature you've been living in. There's a Marina in the Diamond song. How does it go? I'm not a robot, or something like that. It's like you need to listen to that song. You just Google those phrases and it will come up. And that the lyrics in that song are like an anthem for no way am I settling for this anymore. I'm bouncing. I'm out. This ball is like, see ya. I'm out. Bounce, right? And you're packing the car and you're spinning the car up, and the car's just going to take off. You're taking the jump, the leap, the new direction is self-powered. I'm hearing self-powered. This is amazing, but you can no longer deny it. It's in the cards. It's in the story, and you know it. You've lit a match to this. You've lit a match within yourself. And there's these candles. It's not matched energy. No pun intended. But like, you can see one's taller than the other. One's growing at a different rate. And that's fine, but if you magnify it, and that might have been part of your commiseration over this issue, you might have gone, well, you know what? I'm growing at a different rate, and that's okay. But when you really magnified it, it was making both of you really unhappy to have this unmatched growth. Interesting. That's what I have for you anyway, Scorpio. If this resonates, please let me know in the comments below and share it with a fellow Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And like and subscribe so that you can come back and be notified of new videos. Merry Christmas from me. See you guys.